The main objective of this video is to demonstrate how the anti-evasion tax revenue increase software works, and how to increase our levels of tax collection. This application is developed with a J2EE technology. It is designed to be used in multi-layers from any browser in any location, in the lightest and easiest possible way. Being a developed application in J2EE with Java, it can be installed on any free access application center, such as Oracle or IBM, or in any open source application center, commonly known as Glassfish or Tomcat. This had behind as backend an Oracle database engine or a MySQL server database engine. Depending on how much availability we have in our budget, or depending on whether we already use any of these database engines, it will be so much easier to integrate the application for its use. Now that we have this background that it is an application that needs to be functioning in the cloud, we can begin to demonstrate how it works. First, we must create a registry with a tax identification number and the general information of the taxpayer, and then initiate their declarations before the tax authorities. If the taxpayer's number is not correctly registered, you will not be allowed to enter the application. However, if the taxpayer's number is registered correctly, you can access the application without any inconvenience. When accessing our applications, we have a very intuitive way to navigate over any of the submenus and to execute our declarations or reports. We are realizing that these are the options that we have to navigate within the application. The objective of the application is to be able to cross-check online information, where we have registered buyers, sellers, and all those professionals who have to make statements through credit notes. This is done through algorithms designed within the application in nanoseconds. Now we will make a demonstration performing the transactions step by step. However, we know that most taxpayers are going to be making these statements through massive loads of information. That means that we already have a pre-designed format in an electronic sheet where we enter all of the invoices. Then, this massive load is uploaded to our application so that automatically can confirm if the statement is free of errors. This is if it is within the deadlines and ranges of dates indicated to be able to make the declaration, if the exact amount for which we have to make the declaration is recorded, or if we even register in our declaration the correct numbers of our invoices authorized by the tax authorities. Because there may be a chance where we enter duplicated invoices or falsified invoices, and this is what we are entering to be able to enjoy a tax credit that does not apply. As a second step, already enjoying the information entered by the taxpayer A, we proceed to give our demonstration through a transaction. The database has a history of transactions, purchases, sales, or credit notes. The database has the taxpayer receiving the sale B through a single transaction. In the demonstration, we are recording a purchase invoice to a taxpayer with a different identification number because the sale was previously registered. And we also have the registration of invoices with serial number authorized by the IRS to be able to issue this invoice. The invoice number we are going to make is 1500 with a valid date allowed by standards. If we put a date from last year or any other time, we will register this as in an appropriate use of documents. The total amount of this invoice will be of 10,000 quetzales. Here is indicated that the amount in a currency of quetzales. We could have a currency of dollars, pesos, or any of the countries that we are doing the implementation of the anti-evasion application. At this time, when we already have a date from 1 year ago and with an amount of 10,000 quetzales, with a bill number of 1500 from a serial number JTK to this taxpayer, we see the results prior to making the official registration to be successful. The reports are legal proof of a tax in the taxpayer has tried to use documents that are not applicable to his declaration for his penalization and making a declaration correctly. Successively, with the rest of the documents and with the massive loads, we will always execute the online crossing to confirm the actual values of the declaration as well as to extend our tax base through more taxpayers. If you have any questions or want additional information, you can visit us in our website www.datalogicsys.com. Thank you.